Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome back to the Classy Kiwi Show. Today we're going to go over how to build this super easy and small modern house design. This will work great for late game, or you can change it around a bit and use it as a near starter base. So without further ado, let us drop the shaders and get right into the build. Alright, so to start out, we're going to inscribe this little rectangle I'm showing you into the ground. So just 7 by 11, and then to the right of that rectangle, we're going to do another little rectangle that's 9 by 4. Just do this pattern that I'm showing you, and as we come in first person, you can see that this is just one setback. So it's very similar, just set back one from the other one. Now coming into the outside corner, we're going to take gray concrete and count up 10 blocks. Now, again, this is 10 high, so make sure you're counting up 10. If you're doing this and you want this as more of a survival base, feel free to use smooth stone instead of the gray concrete. It can be a lot easier to get. So now we're going to start filling in the side, and I'm just going to start filling this in easily. Now, only fill in the parts that I'm showing you to fill in, because we're not going to fill in it all, so we're going to fill in this outside. Again, this is coming up 10 blocks high. Now, coming along to the back, we're also going to fill this up 10 blocks high, right from there, but we're not going to fill in that inside corner. So now we're going to straight just filling in the roof, again using gray concrete or smooth stone if that's easier for you to get more of. So now from here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then take white concrete and put one block there, then one block on the outside, then count all the way across here. Now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just one block underneath the roof and count this out. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you'll see this is just too farther out from the beginning. And I am using white concrete here. You can honestly just use snow, or even a wood could stand in here, like birch wood would look just fine. So snow or birch wood would be awesome replacements for this. I'm using white concrete because that's what I like, but if it's easier, you can use other things. Coming along to the back, we're going to copy that same pattern that we did on the front. So just remember what you did on the front and copy that along the back. And then from here, we can connect just this top piece. So we're not connecting the bottom, just this top piece comes across and fills in. Then moving inside, I'm going to fill in the roof area. So I will fill in the roof right here with our material, just so we have a nice little clean plate kind of feeling thing that comes through. Now we're going to start on the front porch. I'm using sea lanterns. You can use shroom lights or just not use them at all if you don't need that extra lighting. Then put a slab of any wood. I'm using dark oak, but you could use a spruce or just oak if you like. And for those cauldrons, I like the way they look. You can also just completely ignore them and put more planks there. Then putting some upside down stairs, as I'm doing, and some regular stairs to make this little gap. Then putting in our door right there. Then we can do 3 buttons across the top. I used birch there, but you could use different ones, and some lanterns. Now moving to the side, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then count out 3. And I'm using black terracotta, but you could use any other blocks here if you like. Then out 3, and then they connect right like that. And again, I'm using black terracotta there. You could use just dark oak if you preferred that, or you could use black concrete or anything else. Now I'm going to connect it in to just one block under the top of our white to make this little balcony area. You'll see I'm just filling this in and filling in the roof. Then I'm going to take some walls. I'm using some nether brick walls, but you could use realistically any walls, stone included, or some granite walls here to connect them through. Then I'm adding in some lanterns, and then I'm coming to the bottom and adding in some little spruce fences coming along here. Now I'm going to add in some sea lanterns here. You could also use shroom lights again, or just completely ignore that part. Moving in, I'm going to start adding in our dark oak flooring coming through right here. And then up above that, it's just going to be a top slab, and I am using spruce slabs here. You could use oak or birch or whatever you prefer, but I like the look of spruce right here. Now we're going to come back to the front, and I'm adding in just regular glass panes across here to add in a little window area, and then putting in a couple lanterns. Moving back to the side, I'm using end rods here. Realistically, birch fences will do just fine if you have not gone to the end yet. So birch fences are just fine substitute. Coming back to the side, we're going to build this all the way up. And this again, just gray concrete. And in the center here, so the ones on the outsides go all the way up, and the center, it just goes up to that top floor, leaving that same gap open, as you can see. Now I'm going to count up 6 blocks high. So these stripped spruce wood pieces are coming up 6 blocks high, and I'm going to connect them with just top slabs coming through. So again, this is only going 6 blocks high when I put that, then just connecting these all out 6 with our top slabs coming through here all the way through to the top. Now I'm going to add in another little white thing, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, then build out one on top of that third, right like there. And again, you can use snow here if you prefer. I'm going to build it out 1 and go up 4 again, and then from there it should go right in the center and connect it just to our first piece of concrete there. So from there I'm going to connect it all the way back so that it is kind of the parallel look for the front and the back. This is just connecting all the way back again, like I said, and this should connect very easily. Again, we're just doing the same thing, and then across the top we're going to fill in the roof, so it should go all the way across, just covering up the roof of our little side wooden area that we built in right there. Across the back, I did make a bit of mistake here, just 1, and then inside we only need to move that 1 out. I accidentally did 2 out. I'll break those again. You'll see that only connects 1 back out, so it just mirrors the front. Now along the back side, we're going to add in this little lighting feature again, and I will say this just like the other side, if you do not have end rods yet, feel free to just use birch fences here. This will not make a huge difference, and birch fences will look just fine. Along the back, I'm putting now birch fences and end rods right there. If you don't have the end rods, just use glass panes there instead between the birch fences. So it'll be birch fence, glass pane, birch fence, and that should work just fine as well. So now moving to the inside, I'm going to add in a little doorway for this little outside area, and I'm going to replace the flooring for this outside area. I'm going to use a mix of polished andesite, and some mossy stone bricks, but realistically you could use any mix of any stone blocks here if you were to prefer. So I'm going to put these in, but you could use different ones if you like. Then I'm going to put in this little tree, and you don't need to copy this block for block. You can if you like, but really just put down a few leaves and a few fence posts, and then it'll come down like that. Then on the other side, I'm just adding in a little bush area, and then that can kind of connect through just to add some more greenery so that this can be a kind of side garden area. I love how it looks as a garden. Coming inside, I'm going to add in this little staircase coming up the side of the wall to get up to the second floor. And then on the second floor, I'm going to add in a really cool little feature. Now, I'm just doing this with some jungle fences and some light blue glass panes, but you could realistically do oak, you could do birch, you could do any fences here. I just chose to change it up with the kind of orangish look, but any ones would work. Then I'm just going to add in a few little fence with our bars. Alright, so now we're going to quickly go over how I did the rest of the interior, just because the rest is pretty simple placing things and it's really difficult to look at from the third person view. So just coming in here, all we have is a crafting table in this corner, some barrels for storage, some smokers and furnaces, and then a bit of more storage right there. And then for these plants, all I'm doing is a pot, a piece of bamboo, and then a leaf. You do not need to do bamboo. You can do a dead bush here if that can be easier, or you can literally just put a leaf here with another leaf underneath. That wouldn't make too big of a difference if that's what you preferred, or if you didn't have them yet. Down here, underneath some of these, I put shroom lights to light this up a bit more, and then just some brown carpet spread out a bit sporadically through here. Then this corner I have a little lamp. This part's optional. This just has an end-rogged, then glazed terracotta. You could put anything else here, a loom, a smithing table, anything you like, and the lighting isn't that important since we have this shroom lighting right there. Moving into here, we have just a bit more. You can put a little seat here. This is our polished diorite stair as a seat. We have a bit of extra storage here. I put down some flower pots just as a little garden area. I put another lantern. And then what you could also do here, if you wanted, you could place down like a stone cutter, or something like that, or like a composter or anything else that you're using. If you were to use it in a survival base and you felt like you wanted, you could place it down there as well. I put a painting here. Then moving up to the next floor, it's pretty simple. All we did is a couple paintings right there and there. I made sure that they're only too high because I don't like the really big paintings. I prefer the smaller ones. A few more lanterns. In this corner, I did just an armor stand. You could do this as a decoration if you like and put whatever extra armor you have in it. And then coming over here, we have our beds. We have 3 carpets, and you could do any color here. I chose cyan because that's the one that I really like, but you could do something else. So we just have carpets, then our bed, then 2 slabs put here, 2 barrels for extra storage. Then I have a bookshelf with another plant right there, a bookshelf with a different lantern lamp design right there. We have a mushroom block and then an end rod. Again, you could put anything right there if you don't like. You could even just put a lantern there. Instead, another crafting table, and up here you could put anything else, like you could put something in this corner if you wanted, extra stuff like a smithing table or a loom if you were using them a lot and wanted them in this house. Out in this corner, I just put another plant design. You can just put regular leaves here if you don't have bamboo, but those look kind of nice, and it is pretty simple overall. This can just all come together as a nice little modern house design. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed and found it useful. If you didn't, let me know why in the comments. That way I can improve for my next video. I wish you all the best day, and I will be having more videos soon, so subscribe if you like it. And without further ado, stay classy, my friends. See ya!